Hello, it's the evening. It is the evening, it really is the evening. Move the chair forward, Brian. 9:19. Have you found that it's getting darker? Much darker. Heading towards autumn. Cheers. Hello. Did you hear me start making a video and saying hello? Bless him. Go and lay down for a minute. Go lay down. Good boy. Okay, this video, I'm going to show you two things in a minute. This video, I'm going to make another video of my thoughts. So it'll be about a 20-minute video of just my thoughts. Got a bit of a sweat on, just out of the bath, boiling hot. For some reason, it's very hot. Shaz, thank you very much indeed. I don't know whether you want me to show this or not, Shaz, but I am, because I love it. Shaz did me a beautiful, beautiful painting. That's me and Bodhi looking into the sunset with my favourite purples. And this is all tactile. This is a big oak tree with some ivy, and have a look at that. Isn't that stunning? It's called Be Well. There you go. It's got some beautiful rich purples and I absolutely love it. Shaz, thank you very, very much indeed. Thank you. It's lovely. That's one of the things that somebody's bartering. We've got a barter system going now. So Shaz is going to get a copy of my book, and in turn she's done me a painting, and somebody else is doing me something that they don't want mentioned, and in turn they're getting a book. So it's all good. This one I currently have been working on today. I know, very bright and cheerful. Bit summery, isn't it, really? I just got to dot it. Trouble is, it's going to have a couple of thousand dots, I think, my estimation. So we've had a nice day, really. Thank you, Shaz. This means a lot to me. It's beautiful painting. See the golds in it? I know the light's rubbish because it's evening time, but whatever. Thank you. I love it. Okay, so I made a video. Dave in the Shire asked me to do, he said, just said, what are your thoughts on? And then he said climate change. And it got me thinking I could do a little mini series of my thoughts. So climate change, my thoughts. This one, the happy title of assisted suicide, my thoughts. I have asked people if you want me to do my thoughts on anything, put them in the comments below, if you like. It doesn't really matter how this videos came about, but my thoughts on assisted suicide. I'm sure you're fully aware there's a place called Dignitas. Dignitas is a place where you can go and end your life. Simple as that, really. Price wise, they charge, I think it's £5,000, or they charge £7,000, and that's for everything. That's the flights, the hotel, even the coffin, the hearse, the whole funeral, the vicar, whatever. So it's actually very, very cheap. I think the average cost of a funeral in England or UK is between £5,000 and £10,000. So at £7,000, I think it's a bargain. Money aside. They're not the only place though. Dignitas is not the only place. You can have assisted suicide in the Netherlands, in Sweden, some parts of Australia, some parts of USA. Did I say the Netherlands? If not, then the Netherlands as well. So Dignitas is not the only place. Now, I always thought you had to have a terminal illness, particularly for Dignitas, but you don't. if you feel that you've reached the end of your life, and particularly if you're a certain age, or if you've got various ailments, then you can ask to end your life over there. And I suppose ultimately it's up to them to say yes or no, isn't it, really? They're not a money-making outfit. So they've been going for, I don't know how long actually. Is it 89 they started? That seems to ring a bell. I don't know whether that's right or wrong. But I do know that only 1,000 people, or just over 1,000 people, have actually ended their life there at Dignitas. So it's not many people at all. 70% of people that sign up with Dignitas don't go back. 70%. That's a hell of a lot. Now, why these people are signing up for Dignitas is it's a bit of an insurance policy, isn't it? It's they're concerned about their life, how it may be in 5, 10, 20 years time. So they're just signing up with it now, just in case that's the way they decide to go out. And for whatever reason, 70% of people don't turn up. Now, obviously, a lot of those people could have heart attacks or die of whatever, cancer or, some sort of dementia-related illness or leukemia or something like that. But for whatever reason, 70% of people don't go back. So it's just like a bit of an insurance policy. It's like a just in case, isn't it? In case my life ends like this. Little flies and stuff in here now this evening because it's, I've got the door open, I suppose, but it's hot. Anyway, that's really about it with Dignitas. My thoughts, assisted suicide, my thoughts. Is it right or is it wrong? I believe it's right. I absolutely, wholeheartedly, 100% believe that that's right. However, I do think things should be in place. I don't know what they've got in place before you go to Dignitas, but I would recommend something like either 3 or 5 people would have to be with you with a little mini interview with Dignitas, and it should be, obviously yourself, but it should be a family member. It should be a doctor who knows you. And it should be a solicitor and maybe one of your neighbours or a friend, something like that. So I think you should have a number of people there because they could all then say, yes, we agree, he is of sound mind, it is his decision, he's not being forced into it, whatever, because anything's open to abuse, isn't it? Anything. So yeah, as long as it's all properly regulated in that kind of respect, then I'm actually 100% for it, 100%. Reason why I say that is because I had a dog that I had to put down. Okay, he's not a human, but to me, he was my family. And sometimes dogs are, no, not sometimes, every time a dog is better than a human being. They love you unconditionally. They're always there for you. They're like a young member of a family. They can never really cross the road on their own, never really go out on their own. You always have to be with them, holding their hand, sort of thing. So they are like I suppose like a child, really. Sort of. They do depend on you, obviously, but the love and everything else that you get from a dog is absolutely incredible. So my dog, his name was Bowie. I had to put him down, and it absolutely broke my heart, and it was an awful and terrible decision, but it was the right decision. He was old, and several trips to the vets and what have you, and the vet said, his time is coming, you know that. And I said, yeah, I know, but I just can't do it at the minute. And I took him back with me, and I took him back to the vets because there was something else wrong, and he said, his time is about up, and I said, I can't do it. And I took him back home, and then I took him to the vets, and he said, look, he's starting to be in pain. And I said, he's got to go then, and that was that. And it's the most loving thing I could have ever done for that dog. It really is. So I think the most loving thing you can do for another person is to accept their decision that assisted suicide is the way forward. and the most loving thing you can do for yourself. Because, you know, the reason why I mentioned a dog, it would be cruel, wouldn't it? If I kept that dog for another 6 months and I could have, wouldn't that be cruel? And we don't do that, or we shouldn't do that to humans, because we keep people alive no matter what. No matter what. And I feel that that's wrong. I feel if somebody's come to their natural end of their life, then it's their decision when to go. That's what I think, you know. So assisted suicide, yeah, I'm all for it. I'm absolutely 100% for it. You know, I think it's the way to go. Excuse the pun, but the way to go, you know. I mentioned in the video a long time ago, and I know a couple of people got a bit concerned. I said that my death will be a suicide, you know, and people jump and they think, oh my God, like that. I'm not meaning now, not today, but you know, somewhere down the line in the future, maybe 20 or 30 years, who knows, if I'm able and I feel that I've reached the end, I will commit suicide. So my death will be a suicide. You know, I don't want to be hanging on and hanging on and hanging on. You know, if I'm that old, that ill, if I can't physically walk, if I can't hear, you know, I walk because I love my bimbles, I love nature. Well, if that's taken away from me, then I love my music. And if I go deaf and that's taken away from me, then I love my art. But if I get Parkinson's disease and I'm shaking and my eyes go, then I haven't got my art, you know. And by, you know, in a number of years' time, Bodhi, bless him, won't be with me. He will have walked over that rainbow bridge. So I will be on my own. And if I can't do things, cook a meal or go out for a walk or whatever, and I feel that the natural end of my life has come, then not assisted suicide, because it'll be me doing it, but suicide will be the way that I go, you know. So because of that, you know, then definitely assisted suicide is even better. Imagine if somebody could help me. Imagine if I, in 20, 30 years time, whenever, if somebody could actually help me and say, right, you know, let's put your favourite music on, if I can hear, or, you know, have your favourite meal, or whatever. Have a nice hour or two, and then just pop off gently, you know. Yeah, it's a difficult subject to talk about because we don't talk about it. But yeah, assisted suicide, my thoughts are 100% yes. That's my thoughts. If you've got any ideas or whatever my thoughts you'd like to hear me talk about, leave them in the comments, and I'll see you whenever. Take care then. Cheers. Be well. Ta-ra then.